Hey man, it's been a little over a week since our time together at Basic. This is Tevis Austin. It was so good to be together, even for a few days, to get our hearts restored and even maybe to be reoriented a little to life. But how are things going now? What story are you living in? I think the challenge for most guys is that, most guys live in a very small story. And we hope you were able to realize or be reminded that there's a larger story that we live in. Because if you're not careful, it's easy to get caught up in life, to get caught up in challenges at home and marriage issues, or maybe it's health challenges or problems at work or handling your kids, or, there's the in-laws. It's easy to get wrapped up into getting, to the next thing, working, or just making it through the week and surviving. It's easy to just turn your focus on a favorite sports team or a video game or a movie. That's what I can do. And for some guys, that's the biggest battle they face. I feel like most guys are they're kind of like the character Jyn Erso in that movie Rogue One, just trying to survive, facing a prison or whatever their obstacle is, and not realizing something bigger is going on. And if you remember Jyn, she came face to face with Saw Gerrera, who asked, "Don't you care about the cause? You can stand to see the enemy, the Imperial flag, reign across the galaxy." And Jyn Erso, she said, "It's not a problem if you don't look up." I hope our time together challenged you to look up because you're living in a larger story and you have a part to play. And we want you to get your heart back, to protect your heart. Don't lose heart. In the book Resilient, John Eldredge says, story is how we figure things out. It's how we bring order and meaning around us. And the story we hold on to at any given time shapes our perceptions, our hopes, and expectations. It gives you a place to stand. What story are you telling yourself? What story are you letting others tell you? Is it a political story based on the election and who gets into power next? Is it a social story based on the injustices around us? Is it a story based on the economy and inflation? Or is it the story God is telling? I remember hearing John Eldredge talk about the whale that's in captivity, that when a whale is in captivity, its dorsal fin falls and it doesn't return standing because something's lost. A whale is not made for a tank. The whale was made for so much more. You're not made for a small story. You are made for so much more. Stay in the fight. We want you to keep your heart strong. We are living in a story written by and unfolded by the hand of God. And despite what the world is shouting at you, this can be one of the hardest things to hold on to. Keep your focus. Remember, you are living in the story of God, a story of rescue where Jesus is the hero, a story of the Father's love and redemption and restoration. The story of God is still the story of the world. Have a great day, brothers. Take care.